We are live at Kojak's. Charlie, it is the next day. I'm still tired.
Oh man, I got enough sleep to get me by through the day and ready to rock and roll with this 50K.
Well, maybe you can carry me through this here today, but it's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. You should be able to see on screen there San Angelo, the River League very own Miss Bree, playing with the cards, testing it out. Has no idea she's on camera right now.
No, she does not. Look at her. She's.
You got your hat on. Stop the camera.
I forgot.
We've had too many comments. The bald aces.
Yes, the bald kings.
Hair optional, folding not.
Folding is not optional here, but hair is optional.
Okay, that's what it was. Folding is not optional, but hair is. It is what it is, guys. We're bald.
Hey, I've always heard that the smarter you are, the less hair you have.
Exactly. We're just doing a little pregame warm-up to test out the stream, some of the equipment, some things that we have set up. We're going to have some player interviews. The live stream of the final table will begin in about an hour. And we're going to have some of the players here, the ones from out of town, 4 from the River League, 3 from Celebrity, and 2 from Kojak.
We're bringing up the bottom, but we're not out yet. But it's going to be fiercely tough competition going through everyone in this field. We've got chip stacks that start off at 125,000 at the low, all the way up to 685,000. There's not much of a gap between first and second, only 20,000 chips.
Yeah, like I said, the bottom, they're going to have to make some moves. But just so everybody's aware, the big blind antes were taken down for the final table. So that gave everybody a little bit of a boost there. And the good part, that is just gives them a little bit more hands to see right there at the beginning, because everyone here's 8th and 9th places for $1,500, but the ladders are huge.
Yes.
So if you can get past that first or second out, we're talking 500,000 down, 1,000 down, on up. So having those big blind antes go away made a big difference.
And it's a beautifully built structure, beautifully built prize pool. But even the gentleman that went out on the bubble from CCC, he received a free annual membership to all 3 clubs, and that right there alone is $1,000.
That's huge. Yeah, and as an annual member to all 3 clubs.
Yes.
So maybe he'll come to San Angelo and play some. Let's switch back over here to live view on Miss Bree getting ready for the final table. Why don't you give us a rundown on the players again and the chip stacks?
Okay, so once again, we have from San Angelo, Texas, Mr. Francisco Martin. He goes by Martin, and he went for one of the top prices in the Calcutta. I heard many players say that he's either going to win it or be the first out. So he's definitely held up that end of the bargain. Next, from over in Midland, Texas, we've got Mr. Francisco Espino. He has been a player here for about the past 5 years, very, very live on the poker scene. We've got Mr. Brian Crooks. He started off in Kojak's in Midland, Texas, and he has now moved over to the River League. He comes in at 495,000 chips. Next up, we have a gentleman from CCC. He goes by AJ. His name's AJ Kel, I'm going to butcher that. I do apologize about that. He comes in with 385,000 chips. Now we have a triple bagger from Midland, well, not from Midland, Texas, but plays in Midland, Texas, Mr. Matthew Rivers. He's bringing in 290,000 chips. Then we've got Holland Trammell coming in from Burleson, 280,000 chips. He is from CCC. He's representing the Celebrity Card Club. Next, we have Mr. Mark Lecoq. He has 230,000 chips. He's coming from the River League. Hayden Burnett, coming from the CCC, is 220,000 chips. Then we have Mr. John Fernandez coming from the River League, 125,000 chips. We're going to have 9 players returning with just over 3 million chips in play. We're going to have 3 denominations and chips out in play. We're going to have the 5,000 chips. We're going to have the 25,000 chips. And as you can see on the table, a couple of those players have those beautiful 100,000 chip flats. We're going to be coming back at, I think, level 18. We're going to be restarting the level. Let me bring this right back up. We're going to be restarting the level at level 18, 30-minute levels. They are They will be playing 3 levels before they go to a break. They're coming back to blinds of 10,000, 15, and 15. But like Reese said earlier, we are eliminating that big blind ante. So it's just 10,000, 15,000. And that's huge for Mr. John Fernandez because big blind would have taken 30,000 of his chips out of play. That's 1/4 of his chips gone.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And so taking away the big blind ante is going to make for some definite room for movement for some of these guys to be able to fold a few hands. I really like the way the table is laid out with the chips. You can see the larger stacks in the 1 and 2 seat there with Martin and Francisco. So the dynamic of where the stacks are at the table, and I hope these guys really paid attention.
Yes.
If they're thinking about it, what kind of, what it's like the opening ranges.
Yes.
I put my push windows and this, that, and other.
So,
the chip stack.
So look over at seat number 9. Seat number 9, you have 385,000 chips. Seat number 1, you have 685,000. Seat number 2, you have 665,000. And then it's gapped all the way over to seat number 6 with 495,000.
Yeah. There's definitely, like you said, I think you said it yesterday as well. Brian Kirks from San Angelo. He's in a great position to be able to see what these 2 big stacks are going to do, and doesn't have a whole lot behind him to have to worry about it. I think Johnny's going to have to pick a spot early.
It's not quite do or die yet, but it is getting to that point in time. If at 15,000, he's sitting at just over 10 big blinds.
Yeah, he's going to have a few hands to look at, but at the end of the day, he'll get to push it.
And look at this, he's in seat number 8, so he's got 7 hands that he can look at right there out the gate.
Yeah. So he's from San Angelo, so I'm rooting for him.
Oh, I know you are. I'm rooting for over at seat number 2 and seat number 5. But I'm actually rooting for everybody. I say that just because it's representation for the club, and I'd love to see this live stream right here with a beautiful belt across the top for 3 months.
It would look good there, but there's a nice little spot for it at the River League also. So.
CCC D and Sissy said that they have a mantle already built for it, and for a while, man, I was watching yesterday. We started off with 8 tables of 9 players. I was looking out through the crowd, and we designed T-shirts for each club. CCC comes in representing red, River League comes in representing blue, Kojak's comes in representing teal. And I looked out in that crowd, and I was scared because all I saw was red. Everyone was wearing red.
We were kind of paying attention to the people that were left in the tournaments, the representatives of the clubs they were, and CCC was killing it there for a while. And then Kojak's was doing it, and then they just went straight down, and then the few fighters stayed through there. But at one point, the River, we had 13 of 26 remaining.
I saw that on the Facebook page. 13 of
26 remaining. That's a
big number.
I was feeling pretty good about that.
That's for those of you who cannot do quick math, that's 50%. That's 50%. But I want to talk real quick about that last hand, the bubble, the gentleman that went out from CCC. When you get deep in tournament play, it is prevalent for people to understand. And I saw him, he was all in because we must satisfy the big blind ante first.
Correct.
He was all in on the big blind ante. And then I watched the table, and it went call, 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 call. Yeah. You had 2 of the big stacks at that table. And you can tell the tournament experience that's in this field is high, because it wasn't the flop comes out. It wasn't a bet everybody out. It was let's make the hand. Let's get to the final table right now. It's been 12 hours.
Yeah, no, these the guys that were left knew what they were doing, and they knew that they would rather go 4 or 5 on 1 to try to eliminate that last person. But that's just tournament poker. And if you're in that guy position, bring it. Give me all those calls. Give me a quadruple up.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't help. The guy was from CCC, but I was still rooting for him. And I always pick up on the underdog. That's who I'm always going to put my money on, because the odds are not in their favor, but it's usually the biggest payout. And I'm thinking, man, this guy's about to have 100,000 chips right here if he can pull this win off. But instead of pulling the win off, he walked out with 3 annual memberships.
Yeah, he definitely have some extra incentive to play some more poker in all 3 of the clubs with those annual memberships. Fantastic guy too. But we started with 8 tables of 9. There's right there. Harley M. Mr. Harley. He's a CCC member. He was excited to have that annual membership.
Look at him representing the shirt, representing the every suit right there, the ace.
Yeah.
But look at the room, man. The room has been packed all week. We've had
Oh,
5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8 cash games running.
Oh well, that was the whole ticket on it. Was we started out with the eight full tournament tables of 9, but as soon as one broke, a cash game broke out, and then another tournament table break, and another cash game broke out, and it was just like, okay, we're not making any headway.
Yes,
It's just going to just full the whole time. And Friday night festivities, holy cow, that was a night. I feel like this last 2 days has been the last week.
I feel like the last 2 days have been one solid long day.
I feel like I've been doing this for a week, but it's only been 2 days. But yeah, the action's been great. The people here have been great. Our staff has been incredible. Speaking of staff here, there's dealer Chris from San Angelo. The out-of-towners are here local because we got kicked out of our hotels at 12.
So y'all got stuck up here.
So we got stuck coming up here, but that's Chris there. Is he wearing one of your favorite jerseys there? One of your favorite hoodies?
The problem is it's blank. It doesn't say Cowboys on it, so we actually cannot read it.
You can't read it? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there named Smokey that likes that hoodie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the dealers from San Angelo is an Eagles fan, but we won't hold that against him. He's a fantastic dealer.
Just because of the football team they like doesn't mean they don't understand poker. And we get that. So even if you do like other teams besides the Cowboys, we do accept you in here. We'll heckle you. We'll give you a hard time. But at the end of the day, you'll end up taking our chips just like everyone takes the Cowboys championships.
Man, that's a Cowboys fan right there in a nutshell. Just defeatist.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here. We're going to be starting this final table. You'll be seeing us back here in about an hour. We'll be on a stream delay. We're going to have people coming in, interviewing, talking about this kind of stuff. I'd like to get into people's heads like we talked about yesterday, what their mindset is going to this final table.
Absolutely.
So, again, we're going to say good luck to Martine, Francisco, Brian, AJ, Matt, Holland, Mark, Hayden, and Johnny. 9 guys. Everyone's getting paid.
Everyone's already paid.
At least $1,500. I mean, that's huge. $1,500. And
what was the entry into this?
See, I think it was zero entry. What's the ROI value on a 0 entry tournament to $1,500?
I know when you divide something by 0, it comes up 0. So I don't. It's astronomical return.
It's going to be a blast, and they're going all the way up to the top prize of $15,000.
Myself, I'd be satisfied with second or third.
10,000.
7,500.
7,500.
Bring it.
It's going to be a fantastic tournament. So we'll be back here in about an hour for this final table. Keep the bald jokes to a minimum in the chat.
Hey, I accept all bald jokes because I've been bald since I was born. I watch pictures of my friends having babies, put them on there, and I'm like, man, that little one has more hair than I do, but I like it. I've got a round head. I've got some wrinkles starting to show.
Okay. All right, guys, we'll see you back here in an hour. Come join us for this final table.